India begins Operation Ajay. 212 Indian citizens have landed in Delhi. This was the first batch that had registered to return to India ever since the situation turned horrific, specifically after 7th October attack in Israel. You can see Minister Rajeev Chandrashekar, who is at the airport to welcome the Indian citizens who have returned. Union Minister Chandrashekar at the airport to receive them. Remember, for now, 18,000 Indian nationals live in Israel, including a student community, a very thriving, visible business community. There are also professionals who reside in Israel in different parts of the country. The first batch had already registered when on the first day on 7th October the attack had happened, and that's why chartered aircraft and more arrangements have been put in place for as many as who would like to come. So it will not be all 18,000 possibly, but all those who have said that they want to return to India meanwhile, while the war is on, those have been getting this help. So of course, smiles, remember, coming out of the war zone, at least for the temporary time. Families, children, parents being welcomed by Rajeev Chandrashekar there. It's a sigh of relief, remember, to be returning to a place which is peaceful, which is your home, and that where there is no siren, bomb or shelling.
I've been there from last 10 months now, and with that evacuation, Air India protected us, and now we are protecting our Indians over there, and brought us first evacuation flight today. Situation is very tense, but now it is there. We have to face it.
हाइफा में कल रात में एक बार सायरन बजा था, तो स्टूडेंट्स थोड़े घबरा गए थे, बट फिर बाद में जब पता चला कि वो एक फॉल्स अलार्म था, तो हाइफा में थोड़ी सुरक्षित फील कर रहे थे हम लोग, और टेक्नियन में भी काफ़ी सुरक्षा फील करा रही थी. बट उसके बाद जब मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स ने जो स्टेप लिया हम लोग को वहाँ से निकालने के लिए, ऑल ऑफ अ सडन वो बहुत सही टाइम पे लिया, क्योंकि अगर इससे ज़्यादा अगर एक दिन और या 2 दिन और रुकते तो मे बी सिचुएशन और ज़्यादा खराब हो सकती थी वहाँ पे.
दिस इज कम्प्लीटली इन कीपिंग विद आवर प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स विजन, प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स डिटर्मिनेशन that our government, his government, will never leave any Indian behind. Any Indian anywhere in the world that finds himself or herself in harm's way, our government, our Prime Minister is determined to protect them, bring them back home safely. And I'm very glad this plane load of students and Indians have managed to fly back safely.
So Operation Ajay is the name. Just for the background for our viewers, Ajay means invincible. It is also another name for Lord Krishna, synonymous with the conqueror of life and death. So what an apt name at a situation like this, when there is clearly those who are trying to evade death, trying to fight for their life. And the Indian government, as always, in the past we've had Operation Devi Shakti. We've had during the Wuhan airlift as well, and ever since from the Kuwait airlift of 1990 to 2023, whether it's Afghanistan, whether it's Libya, whether it's Lebanon, whether here now in Afghanistan about 2 years ago, Indian government has constantly shown, and different governments have shown, that there is coordination to ensure that your citizens are safe and secure. And what a heartwarming moment there. This little child arriving with his family, with his father, meeting the minister, and those who have been able to live in Israel. You can see acknowledgements, thank yous and smiles. To be living now in a country, at least for till now, so that they can possibly later head back. Look at what Gaza is looking like right now. There is bombing, shelling in northern Israel also, apart from the horrific massacre in southern Israel. It is not really the moment to be able to be living there in peace, but there are constantly sirens blowing in the air. And now, as these batch return, we are being told this is the first batch. So depending on how many requests reach them via the embassy, so the first batch, to give you and I'll help you understand the protocol, the first batch appeared to have already registered on the first day itself to return. That's why immediately they realized that there are requests coming in, and the first aircraft was arranged. They were sent an email, they were notified, they were registered, they were asked to come to the embassy. Here on, there are 24-hour emergency helplines, emergency control rooms that have been set up as well, and they are coordinating the situation on the ground. Let me now go across on the ground. My colleague Himanshu spoke to some of the citizens who've returned.
Order के इलाकों में हो रहा था, और सेंट्रल इजराइल में बहुत ज़्यादा डर लगा था क्या शासन?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल डर तो।
फैमिली आपके संपर्क में थी, परिवार का फोन कब आया?
परिवार का फोन तुरंत आया, जो कि यहाँ की मीडिया बहुत अच्छी मीडिया है, जो कि कवरेज लगातार अभी भी दिखा रही है।
सरकार की इस पहल के बारे में क्या कहेंगे?
सरकार की जो ऑपरेशन अजय पहल है उसके लिए हम हिंदुस्तानी स्टूडेंट्स बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं। सरकार का, मोदी जी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं कि समय आते उन्होंने हम लोगों को सुरक्षित अपने देश में पहुंचा दिया, क्योंकि कोई कह नहीं सकता है कि कब स्थितियां वहां पे परिवर्तित हों।
दोबारा जाना चाहेंगे?
दोबारा हाँ, अगर सिचुएशन नॉर्मल हो जाएगी तो जरूर जाएंगे, क्योंकि अभी तो अचानक से सब कुछ छोड़ के आए हैं।
अचानक से सब कुछ छोड़ के आए हैं और शाश्वत का कहना है कि अगर स्थिति नॉर्मल होती है तो जरूर जाना चाहेंगे। डर लगा था, इनका कहना है। कई सारे यात्री यहाँ पर अब बाहर निकल है। ऑपरेशन अजय का 212 यात्रियों का पहला जत्था बाहर आ चुका है। अराइवल पे मौजूद यहाँ कुछ लोगों से बात करते हैं। यहाँ पर कुछ फैमिली मौजूद है जिनसे हम बात करते हैं। उनसे पूछते हैं कि आखिर वो क्या कुछ महसूस किया उन्होंने इजराइल के अंदर और कैसे कितनी मुसीबतों के बाद वो देश अपने वापस लौटे हैं। तो आप देखिए, ये आप देख सकते हैं, ये अराइवल पॉइंट है। यहाँ पर तमाम सुरक्षा के इंतजाम किए गए हैं। आप देखिए, सीआईएसएफ पूरी इस पूरे इलाके को कवर करके रखा गया है और जो भी यात्री आ रहे हैं उनके फैमिली के लोग यहाँ पर पहले से ही पहुंचे हुए हैं। हम एक लोगों से बात करते हैं और जानने की कोशिश करते हैं कि वो कहाँ से।